Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Varsha Rokde, and I am going to deliver a lecture on change management. What is change management? Change management is the creation and implementation of the roles, processes, and tools that each of these groups use to effectively manage the people side of change. What does it mean to manage change? It means to the organization to have a structured change management process suitable to the nature of the change, for the employees to understand what change means and how it affects me, that is the employee, and who have some skills to manage them. Now, moving further, we need to understand the characteristics of management. Management is a continuous process. Management is a discipline. Management as a career. Management as an applied service. Management as guidance. Management is a goal oriented thing. Management as a leadership. Management is a human activity. Who is involved in managing changes or managing the change? Change management requires each of the gears. In the picture, we have to understand that it is to fulfill the specific role. One has to play the specified role so as to get into the system. A change manager can facilitate, he can assess, create a change, and move ahead. He has to develop a strategy and put it in front of the people or the team and get it managed. The other groups involved in managing change, it could include the project team, the senior leaders, the managers, supervisors, and the employers. Dear students, we have to also understand change management is important for us. In change management, we have four important factors, that is, senior leaders, project teams, employers, employees, managers, and supervisors. There are various levels of change management. The first level being generic, and it is applicable to any type of change. Second level being specific, and which is applicable to a particular type of change. And the third phase or the third stage, we could say, it is about preparation, implementation, and reinforcement. There are three phases of change management. The first phase being the preparation phase, or we could also say preparing for the change. Nothing in this world is permanent, everything is changing. So we also need to change. So let's understand how do we have to prepare for change. First, by defining the change management strategies, preparing ourselves and the team for change, and to develop a sponsorship model. Second point, it talks about managing change. It helps us to understand the developing changes and managing the plans which are being adopted by the organizations. It helps us to take an action plan and understand the implementation. And third being the important reinforcing changes, collect and channelize and analysis and feedback. Diagnosis, gaps, and managerial policies. Reinforcing changes means to collect and analyze feedback, diagnose gaps and manage resistance, implement corrective actions and celebrate successes. So we need to understand that change is inevitable. We have to accept change. And for acceptance of change, we have to keep in mind that change is the creation and implementation of the roles, the processes, and the tools that each of the groups use to effectively manage people on their sides. So, with change management, we also need to understand various things like acceptance, the behaviors, the future, which is going to be monitored, the successfulness, so on and so forth. Management is the ability to organize resources and coordinate to execute the task necessary to reach the goal in a timely and cost effective manner. Dear students, we need to understand that change has to be looked into from a positive side. Now, let's understand leadership versus management. Leadership is the ability to develop a vision that motivates others to move with a passion towards a common goal. A leader acts as a string. He acts as a string to the flowers. That is, he is the mentor, he is the mediator who tries to gel with all the things which are related to change and put it across to his team members. It could be related to time, it could be related to other factors. Now, when we look into change management, we need to understand time management also plays an important role. Development of processes is important. And for this time management, we need to understand the tools which helps to increase the efficiency, productivity, and effectiveness of an individual. Once the individual goals are achieved, it becomes easier for the organization to achieve its goals and gain success. Now, when we talk about change management, we need to understand the timeliness. Time management is the act or the practice of managing and supervising time. We need to understand that time is money and accordingly work on. So, when we work on time effectively, we gain the goals in the stipulated period of time. Now, what is efficiency? Efficiency means doing the things right. And how do we do the things right? Effectively. So, doing the right things is effectiveness. We need to understand that communication plan is important. It is important to understand that in change management, communication plan is also one of the important aspects of management. It is also called as communication management. It includes the processes required to ensure timeliness and appropriate generation, collection, and distribution. It also helps us to understand the storage, the retrieval, and ultimate project information. We need to understand through change management, we can identify the stakeholders, plan communication, distribute information, manage stakeholders' expectations, and also report performance. Change management is very important for an organization to accept and adopt. We need to plan the work, and when we plan the work, it is effectiveness what is taken care of. So, planning is the process of thinking about and organizing the activities required to achieve a desired goal. It involves the creation and maintenance of a plan, such as psychological aspects that require conceptual skills. There are various things which we need to keep in mind, such as planning is a fundamental property of intelligent behavior. It says that well planned helps us to complete the task easily. So, strategy formulation is much important, which we have to keep in mind while planning. At the end, we would just go through the 10 benefits of management, or we could say change management. It helps in developing better efficiency in delivering the services. It helps to improve growth and development within the team. It helps to increase the quality. It helps enhance effectiveness in delivering services. It helps to enhance customer client satisfaction. It helps to look into the greater standing and competitive edge. In today's fast moving world, this is much needed. It also helps us to understand the opportunity to expand the services. It helps to understand the better flexibility, understand the increase risk assessment, and increase in the quantity. So, with this, I come to the end of my lecture on change management, which helps us to understand management versus leadership, time management, planning, and the 10 benefits of management, which help us to understand why we should accept the change. It is for the betterment of an individual to achieve his goals and for the organization to achieve a great success. Thank you.